Woody. There's Greg Goring.
Good morning, Woody.
Right there's Menace.
What is up?
We've got Gina.
Good morning.
I Spy. Sammy.
Hello.
And Seabass. Phone's open. 877-44-Woody. You can send us a text over to 22987. Coming up this hour, Idaho inmate pen pals.
Yay.
These are the people that Gina sees on this account that she's just obsessed with. And one of the first things that I learned about her was how much she loves this kind of stuff. That and all that true crime stuff.
Yeah, super into it. And also, I have a little insight, though unsatisfying, on how the inmates even get to do this. I had to know, so I looked it up.
All right. So were you ever like in a relationship with somebody either in jail who had been in jail?
No.
Sounds like it might be a fetish.
No, like,
I'm just wondering because it seems like
Into a
something you
bad
might
boy.
be into or open to.
This is the thing. I've said this a million times. I'm obsessed with jail and inmate programming, reality shows, documentaries, whatever. But if I ever got like booked on any charges, I'd never watch this.
Well, no,
again.
not you going to prison. I'm wondering, like, have you ever like tried to strike up a relationship? Have you ever been one of these people?
No, but
that reaches out to them or would be open to a prison relationship?
I wouldn't, but I'm obsessed with Love After Lockup. I'm obsessed with women who do. So I like to stay on just this side of the law, but I got to know everything about what they're doing.
She's a watcher.
So weird.
Have you ever driven by a prison and thought, God, I'd love to go in and just check it out?
Yes, and actually,
No.
the closest I've ever gotten is in college. My boyfriend got a job delivering donuts in the morning, and one of the places he delivered to was a prison, and I always asked to go with him, and they said I didn't have clearance to deliver the donuts.
Yeah, I have a buddy that does like the in-house entertainment at a prison, and his,
In-house
What
entertainment.
does that mean?
well, like the programming,
Like the cruise director of the jail?
yeah, pretty much, dude. It's actually kind of like that, you know, on a cruise, how
That's
they have
so
their own
strange.
in-house.
But why does that job
programming.
exist?
Do
They're
they
in
play
jail.
bingo? Like, what do they do?
Yeah,
It is
Organize
like they
events.
control like whatever like video and shows get put on there, and I was like, dude, we can put the Woody Show on in there, and he's like, yeah, we can make that happen if you want.
We might as
I
well.
go, we record it every day on video. But yeah, he handles all the in-house programming.
That's incredible.
But I'm like, dude, if these people don't like what they're watching, they're gonna come after you.
That's.
But
I
anyways,
think we're better staying off the
reason,
radar.
The reason I brought it up is like, yeah, his car has to be like checked every single day, like the trunk,
Yeah.
and
Do the
everything,
mirrors
like, under
underneath,
there,
yeah.
to make sure he's not bringing contraband.
Speaking of people bringing their significant other with them, did I tell you about that Secret Service agent that got busted bringing the...
yeah,
okay.
Obama's
we
girlfriend.
brought that up.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
Yeah.
To the Obama's
Awesome.
house.
Uh-huh.
And they
Yeah.
bang.
Get freaky.
Yeah, like the Secret Service agent got fired because he brought his ex-girlfriend to Obama's beachfront home in Hawaii. He was just trying to impress her.
I get it.
Is that
Yeah.
why he got busted?
And he wanted to bang in Michelle Obama's bathroom.
Right.
Yeah.
And they've since broken up?
That's
Yeah.
so-
They're not even together anymore.
Oh, weak.
Yeah, no. I did think about, anyway, we'll get to the Idaho prison pen pals here in just a few minutes, but I did think about Greg because, man, what if you lived in our nation's northernmost town in Alaska?
I would probably not be here. I would be 6 feet under.
Yeah.
It's called Ukivavik.
Ukiavik.
Ukiavik. It's a weird spelling. For about 2 months every year, the sun stays below the horizon. It stays dark.
Nope.
It's a prolonged polar night.
There's other
Wow.
places to live, guys.
I wonder how many full-time residents they have.
I don't know, man.
And that's it. We'll look up the populations.
Did you guys watch?
I don't know how to spell the town.
Ukiavik.
Ukiavik, Alaska.
Yep.
Did you guys watch the True Detective Night Country
No.
season? It literally, it's called Night Country because it's all in Alaska and the whole thing is pitch black.
Wow. It's that dark.
Yeah, and it's like, well, I guess, and you can't figure out, I'm like, why are these kids going to school in the middle of the night? But like every day is the middle
Someone
of
was
the
texting
night.
in, Barrow. It used to be called Barrow, Alaska, and they
Barrow.
changed the name.
To the native.
Yeah, to Ukiavik.
Oh, Ukiavik
Oh, okay.
Island, the ghost village on stilts.
Oh my.
Let's see.
They can't have a huge population. But I mean, in Alaska, they do have, I mean, it gets, light for a certain
The
amount
whole
of time.
summer.
Yeah, where it just,
Yeah.
The midnight
the
sun.
sun never really goes down. And then there's another part of the year where the sun just never comes up. It's got to be so
I
weird.
think Greg would love to live
Population
in
4,927.
Really?
Way more than I thought.
big ass city.
Up until 1940, had less than 200 people. That's crazy.
Yeah, and then people just flock there because they're like, man, I'll get so much better sleep. It'll be cool.
I know.
Yeah.
It'll get
Sounds
dark.
like something you would like.
Probably like a lot of
I don't
emo
mind it.
people live there, you know?
Goth.
They listen to, My Chemical Romance. Like
I don't think I would survive the depression.
yeah.
Yeah, 877-44 Woody. I wonder where the gay population is.
Yeah, right.
Oh, it's
What's the hookup situation there?
Do they have it's probably like one street in town?
Yeah, let's say you
it's
live
like-
in Ukijavik. You're
Yeah.
the gay guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And you're a total whore.
the one
You're
the one gay
screwed.
bar is called the Manhole.
Yeah.
And it's just
Yeah.
the one guy in there.
It's the one dude.
Like, hey guys, anybody want to join me? Nobody? Really? All right. I'll be here
Back
with
to
that.
drinking.
Yep.
Someone said they worked in Alaska during the opposite transition. It was sunlight for 20 hours a day.
Wow.
That would also drive
Wow.
me insane.
Wouldn't that drive you crazy, Greg?
No, I don't think so.
Really?
Sunlight 24 hours?
I don't think so because we have this thing called curtains. If it's time for
Yeah,
bed,
it's wild.
it is crazy. Yeah,
New
Well, we
technology.
have these things called lights. If
Well,
if
that's
it's too dark,
completely different. That's
yeah.
artificial and depressing. It does not mimic the real thing. And you can't. What are you going to do? Go out in the middle of a football field and put the big lights on?
They do. They play a lot of night
They
games.
sure do.
Yeah, they sure do, yeah.
But in
Yeah, 'cause they're
everyday
forced
life,
to.
Jeez.
right? They have to. What other choice do they?
Sounds like you don't understand lights.
Right.
Well, they could probably use that new service that we talked about, that startup that's going to use satellites to change the they're going to use mirrors to for the sun, and then
Right.
they could probably have
They could probably do that.
yeah
In the
9
future.
days.
We should
That'd
do
be
that.
Cool.
Imagine that it's noon. You want to have lunch outside, and you got to put those football stadium lights on.
Yeah.
Let's eat outside.
Well, I thought about you, Greg. I saw that, and I'm like, wow. He thinks this is like a perspective thing. Like, you think you want to kill yourself now, you could be living in Ukijavik.
True.
You know,
Yeah, true.
A little
But
perspective.
I could open Ukijavik's first gay bar.
Yeah.
So
He's the proprietor of the Manhole.
bonus to that. Oh my god!
All right, we're
It
gonna
would be
take-
the world's most unsuccessful bar
Yeah. One. You don't need a lot of you don't need a lot of room. You
or
just-
merchandise.
Yeah.
Or merchandise. Yeah, you can sell T-shirts. You'll sell more T-shirts than you will beers.
You stock up once a year.
877-44 Woody. Text us over to 22987. We'll take a quick break, and then Gina will have Idaho prison pen pals.
Yay.
Nice.
That is next on the Woody Show. Hang on.
The Woody Show. We'll be right back.